Hello everyone, this is Euyekim, and I am here in the top 8 of the Steam Showdown Magic Duels Magic the Gathering tournament. And we are playing against TainteD. Now, TainteD is running a really cool Jeskai control deck, and I'm not sure how we're going to do here. You see, I am playing an aggro mid-range deck. Yes, Marty vehicles can get some fast starts. However, I'm worried that he's just going to be able to get there with his removal and then turn things around with cards like Chandra, Flamecaller. Now this hand looks keepable. We have essentially 2 lands, 3 2-drops, and 2 5-drops. So I definitely want to just start off with this hub and a Renegade map. Now our plan here, I think, is to go Smuggler's Copter into Veteran Motorist, and then attack with the Copter, looting, discarding the Scrounger, and then hoping that we draw some 3 or 4 drops to fill in our plays before we get to Avacyn or Glorybringer. Now, there's no guarantee we're going to get enough lands to do that, so it could be that looting away the... Oh, well, looks like we have some lands. So what we want to do here is we do eventually want double red, so I'm going to go for a mountain, because this way we can have our summit come in untapped next turn. So we'll go mountain and play the looter scooter and pass the turn back. Okay, now I'm not sure if we'll actually be able to play the Glorybringer here, or the Archangel Avacyn, and it could be that looting them away is the correct play. But in Magic Duels, it's really important to hold onto your powerful cards because of the way the rarity restriction works. It's generally more valuable to hold onto your best cards and play them later. So I don't really want to loot away my good mythics and good rares, because those are cards that, we really could use some lands here. I think we just gotta bottom these. Yeah, and then we'll crew this up. He can't hit our Copter with Harness Lightning and kill it because of the passive that the Motorist gives it, so I think we just get in 4 damage here. Okay, I think we want to dump the Scrout. Yeah, we're hitting a land, yep, there we go. All we need is a white source. I think I have 14 or 15 of them in the deck, so we have a decent chance of one in the next 2 turns. Unfortunately, we burned our Ether Hub energy playing the Motorist. Well, this could be awkward. Okay, well, I think we're fine right now. We just need to hit 1 or 2 more lands. One more land, we'll be able to hit Glorybringer, and white land we'll be able to play the Theory, and then just loot away searching for more white lands or whatever we need. Now, not a good draw right now. Unfortunately, it's looking like we're just going to have to go with the Heart of Kieran. Don't have anything to crew with. Now we're looking silly. Looks like, in retrospect, we should have looted away the Avacyn and held onto the Scrap Heap Scrounger, because then we could have played the Scrounger this turn and attacked with the Smuggler's Copter. But, alas. Alright. White mana. Not what we're looking for. So, by playing a control deck that has very few creatures, TainteD is gaining an edge over decks like mine, where I will play cards like Fatal Push and Cut, and if I just can't kill anything, these cards get stuck in my hand, and he essentially has nullified my draw step for the turn. Every turn I draw a removal spell and don't have something to target with it. Okay, well, looks like... Yep, so he's just going to cast some card draw spells, pull ahead a little. We're really getting punished here for holding onto our Avacyn instead of the Scrounger. But, oh well. You live and you learn. Okay. Discarding the hand size, solid. Free card for us, and more removal. Is this where he Gear Hulks? This is worse than a Gear Hulk. This is not what we want to see. I think we've just lost now because essentially he's gone through 7 cards since last turn, since he had the draw, the glimmer, and then the draw 3, loot 1. And pull from tomorrow. Let's see, if he plays a Euyekim, we can't deal with that. You know what? It's okay. Worse things have happened to better people. Oh, see, we could use that flames. We could use it very much. Come on, come on. I'm not sure how much of this is me being greedy and discarding the Scrounger when I should have discarded Avacyn, and how much of it is bad luck with drawing a vehicle and 3 removal spells over our last 4 draw steps. I think we've just lost this because he's got to have all answers since he hasn't really played any threats. And, well, we got some white mana, but I'm really just expecting a counter spell here for anything good we try and play. Don't think we'll be able to sneak anything in. He hasn't really played any counters yet, and his deck is chock full of them. Well, I think Glorybringer is the play here. Nahiri doesn't really help. Well, we'll see. He has 3 Sensors, Broken Concentration, 2 Scatter to the Winds, and 3 Spell Shrivels. So that's a total of 9 counter spells, and I'm betting we're going to run into one here. Yep, that's fair. And we still can't bring back our Scrounger. I was hoping that if he was going to counter it, he'd at least use a counter spell that didn't exile ours, because then we could sneak in some damage. Yeah, even if we had snuck that Glorybringer through, that Nahiri is making it look really bad. Anyway, since I think we've lost this one, I'll probably just start explaining the sideboard that we have put together. So, TainteD's deck is a Jeskai control deck, and his threats that he can win with include Archangel Avacyn, Disciple of the Ring, Torrential Gearhulk, Wandering Fumarole, Gideon, Big Chandra, 2 Thing in the Ices, and Linvala the Preserver. Now, these are all pretty big threats that he probably has to tap out for if we have a decently powerful enough aggro start. So, he's got a few high-end threats. So I'm going to side out the Magma Spray and 3 Fatal Pushes. I think since he's just got so much removal that our vehicles will have a tendency to get stranded on the board like they have in this game. So I'll also take out a Ether Sphere Harvester. Anyway, back to the game. Looks like he has played a T-Hulk and gotten 2 free cards out of it. We killed the T-Hulk, but we're still not looking good. We're not really drawing great. I don't really know what would be good draws here. Anyway, going back to the sideboard plan, I plan on bringing in an Anguished Unmaking, which will take care of things like Nahiri or Big Chandra, the one that's about to dome us for 6. I'll also bring in Small Gideon, the Gideon of the Trials from Amonkhet, just basically as a 3 mana 4/4 that has evasion in the fact that it's really hard for him to kill it at sorcery speed, and it's indestructible when it's a creature. So the only spells he have that would be able to deal with Small Gideon are Cast Out, which he has 3 of, and something that kills planeswalkers, so creatures, which he doesn't really run. That, or just countering it. He can also hit it with Blessed Alliance, but if we attack with 2 creatures every time we have Small Gideon, then I think we should just be able to win if we can get Small Gideon down on turn 3. We're also going to bring in 2 Cast Out and an Obnixilis. Basically, the idea here is we'll bring in removal that can hit Planeswalkers and his expensive threats. So all of his big threats cost 5, 6, 7 mana, and if we can just trade for them with Cast Out while playing cheaper and resilient threats like Small Gideon, then we should be able to win. Final sideboard card I want to bring is Obnixilis, basically because he has no way of dealing with Resolve's Planeswalkers besides creatures. And I think if we can just get out an Ob, then we'll be able to plus it until we can ult the Ob, and then he'll just lose to the ultimate. But we'll see. In the meantime, we draw some gas, get an honored Crop Captain, and we're just playing this out for the honor of this game. Honestly, he's drawn so many cards and filtered so much of the deck. I mean, he's 15 cards ahead of us in the deck right now. That we're just real far behind. And here he can't really even help us here. I'll probably just play it and then loot a Fatal Push because the Fatal Push is a dead card for now. I mean, yeah, well, we're at 14. So Fatal Push can kill one of the elementals that Big Chandra makes, but that's not good. We're giving him card advantage. We're still going to take 3. We don't really have a way to deal with these Planeswalkers. Now, this game, we got punished for holding on to Archangel Avacyn. In retrospect, yes, I had no white mana. I should have looted it away instead of the Scrounger. But looting a Scrounger is almost always guaranteed value. We just haven't been able to put any more creatures in the yard to bring it back. So a little bit of bad luck there. Yes, we made a mistake, but I don't think we should have been punished quite this hard. Nice eye. Yeah, we'll probably Fatal Push an Elemental. Take some lumps. I think we just lose to Big Chandra here. TBH. Yep. This deck is making our draws look real bad. Well, I mean, hopefully we can look for some more cards. Just gonna counter her? Yep. Okay. This game's over. I'm just gonna... I don't want to... I want to move on to sideboard. I think after sideboard we'll have a much better chance. Yeah, so going to sideboard again, we're going to take out 4 1-CMC removal spells, so 3 Fatal Pushes and a Magma Spray. Take out an Ether Sphere Harvester because it's not good to have vehicles when he has lots of removal for creatures because the vehicles tend to get stranded. We're going to put in 3 removal spells, so Anguished Unmaking, 2 Cast Out, and a Gideon of the Trials, and then an Obnixilis. So the idea here is we'll have 2 more Planeswalkers, just threats that are harder for a Jeskai control deck to deal with, and then 3 removal spells for any of his threats that he happens to go into.